Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 Peter YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the all new 6-wheel coaches from Hornby, and I'm really looking forward to these. Amongst all the items that Hornby announced in their 2021 range, they announced a range of 4 and 6 wheel coaches. You all know the liveries that they're producing these models in, so I'm not going to bore you with those. The ones that I've gone for are the LNER Teak Livery. Now Hattons are also doing a range, I should say, of 4 and 6 wheel coaches, which they were already working on prior to Hornby announcing theirs. However, there will be room on the market for both, because at the end of the day you've got a choice between two. The Hattons 4 and 6 wheel coaches are a freelance design, whereas the Hornby ones are modelled on existing prototypes, in this case the Stroudley ones. And also at the end of the day, Hornby haven't just come and churned these out overnight, because when Hornby announced them in the 2021 range, some of these were already in stock in the warehouse, and at the time of filming this video, when it goes out, the majority of these 4 and 6 wheel coaches have been released, with some still on the way. So Hornby haven't come and churned these out overnight because of what goes into the models. So they've been working on these for at least, I would say, a year or two, maybe slightly more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these unboxed, and we're going to get them down on the layout and we'll have a look at them. So here are the coaches out of the boxes and down on the layout, and I have fitted the step boards to these coaches, which isn't difficult to do. It's just a small amount of glue on the holes and then they just slot into place. The glue I've used is a very small amount of U-hoo to hold them in. So the coaches that we have in this rake are a third class brake coach, a first class coach, a third class coach. This one is numbered 4142. There's another third class coach. This is number 4141. And we also have another brake coach and another first class coach. Now, both first class coaches I have and the brake coaches are the same running numbers. And the reason why I bought another first class coach and another brake coach is because I wanted to have a longer rake. So I've got a rake of 6 of these coaches, and although that I've got 2 coaches that have the same running numbers, that doesn't really matter to me, because when these coaches are going to be running around the layout pulled by a locomotive, I'm going to be admiring the train going by rather than paying any attention to the running numbers, to be honest. And also, when these are running around the layout, you're not going to really see the running numbers anyway. And it doesn't matter either if there are a couple of coaches that do have the same running numbers. You can renumber them, it's not difficult to do, but I'm not fussed about a couple of these having the same running numbers, because at the end of the day I've got a fabulous rake of coaches, as I'm sure you all agree. They do look the bee's knees. So now I'm going to have a look at the detail of these coaches. Now I'm going to have a look at least 2 of the coaches. I'm going to have a look at one of the first coaches and one of the brake coaches. I'm not going to look at all of them in detail, because the detail on the coach is exactly the same, so I won't go through all of them. So I'm first of all going to have a look at the first class coach. So first of all, we have some unsprung metal buffers, and I do like the chrome finish to those. They look rather nice. As standard, we have the tension lock couplings, which will be replaced with hump couplings. We've also got a pre-fitted vacuum pipe. There's also a coupling hook there on the buffer beam. We've also got some lamp irons on the front of the coach, which they are moulded. However, you do have to look really closely at them to tell that they are moulded. You've also got the steps on the front as well for the crew to climb up and get up to the top of the roof should they need to. And you've also got a separately fitted handrail there on the front. Underneath the coach there's not a lot of detail there, but then again that's not really an issue because you're never going to really be seeing underneath the coaches anyway. They do have metal wheels, which is good, and also you can see the detail on those wheels as well, and they've been painted, which is quite a nice touch. I mean, you're not going to see the detail on the wheels when they're moving, but when they're stood still you can see the detail, and it is quite a nice bit of detail to have, I think. As you can see, we have axle boxes and springs. Always a nice bit of detail to see, as per the prototype as well. On the frames of the coach we have some rather nice rivet detail, which is always nice to see the rivets. We've got door handles on the doors, and just by the handles we've got little handrails. Now the door handles themselves, they are moulded, but again you can only really tell they're moulded when you get right up close to them, but they have been painted. But the handrails that you see next to the door handles, they are separately fitted and painted, and they just look fantastic. Now something that Hornby have done with their 4 and 6 wheel coaches is that they have also produced some with interior lights. And the way the interior lighting works is that it works using a battery basically, and they give you a magnet that comes with the coaches that have the interior lights, and basically you just move the magnet on top of the roof and that then triggers a reed switch, which then either turns the lights on or off. And it's not the first time any manufacturer has done that. Rapido Trains did that with their dynamometer car, although instead of an actual magnet they used a wand, which worked in the same way. If you moved it across the roof of the coach it would trigger the lights off. And also Acura Scale are doing this with their Mark 5s as well, so this could be the way forward for interior lighting. I haven't bought the ones with the interior lighting, so I can't demonstrate that myself, but the reason I haven't bought the ones with the interior lighting is because they're cheaper without the interior lighting. And at the end of the day, I don't know how often I'm going to be operating the lights anyway, so I bought the ones without the interior lighting. But then you can see into the interior anyway, even with no lights there. And in the interior you can see that the seats have been painted, and the seats going all the way down along the coach, which is nice. I could take the body off to give you a clearer look at the interior, but I don't want to start doing that with these models. But as you can see clearly, you can see the interior just by looking at it through the windows, and you can see that the seats have been painted, which is a nice little touch. And also there is glazing in all of the windows as well. And in the windows you have the signs which have been crisply applied to the windows, and as you can see they tell you that smoking is prohibited inside the coach. Now we move on to the livery application of the coach, and I have to say the livery is absolutely superb in every way, shape and form. The livery has been captured absolutely beautifully. You've got the white roof, you've also got the correct teak colour of the coach, as you'd see in real life. You've also got crisply applied yellow lining on the coach body, as well as the number 1s, as well as LNER and the coach number, which have all been crisply applied on the body sides. And just look at the teak effect that's been done to the body. I mean, that is just absolutely stunning. And that's why I chose the teak livery for the 6-wheel coaches, because they do look gorgeous. And finally we move on to the roof. As you can see up that end of the coach, we have a separately fitted metal handrail. You don't get it on the other end, but you do on this end. And of course you've got the vents, which have been separately fitted as well. So now we've come on to the brake coach. Now I'm not going to start going through all the details because they're all the same, but I am going to talk about some of the details, which is mainly going to be the detail on the front of the coach. As you can see, Hornby have captured the look of the prototype absolutely superbly. You can see we've got the windows on the rear of the coach, as you can see, and also you can actually see into the interior as well. You can see the brake wheel there. And so I think what I might have to do, if I ever do decide to put seated figures inside these coaches, I might have to add a guard in the back as well, by the brake wheel. You've also, of course, have got the moulded lampines on the front, and the steps on the front for the crew to climb up to get to the roof. You've also got the running number of the coach, which is being crisply supplied on the ends of the coach, which this time the numbers, they're not actually applied on the body, they applied on the sides just here. Again, there's vents on the roof, and you can see on this end there's a separately fitted handrail. You've also got a separately fitted handrail on the front of the coach, just in the middle of those two windows there, as you can see, and that's been painted as well. Righty ho, so that's the end of my review for the Hornby 6-wheel coaches in LNER livery, and my conclusion is that these are great models. I mean, they're absolutely lovely. The reason I bought the LNER ones is because I think they will go fantastic with some of my LNER locomotives, but also I do think that they will go really well with some of my Southern Region locos as well. And I'm looking forward to getting the LBSCR livery 4-wheel coaches, so it will be nice to have a rake of 6-wheel and 4-wheel coaches in the fleet. And I definitely recommend these coaches, whether it's the ones with the interior lighting or without the interior lighting, get them, because they really are fantastic models. And like I say, there's room on the market for both the Hattons and the Hornby 4 and 6-wheel coaches, and so I do look forward to seeing the Hattons ones develop. The Hornby ones, highly recommend. So this now comes to the point in the video where we're going to see the models running around the layout. And so I'm going to be getting these coaches running around with my C1 Atlantic. So that will be quite a sight to see. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed. As ever, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button and post a comment, if you wish to do so, that is. Also, check out all my other videos I have on the channel, and I'll see you again next time. But until then, stay safe, stay well, and take care. Ta-ra.